G'day guys, Jack the Bear here on this Friday. One of the blogs that literally was a real life changer for me, I read quite a few years ago, was called the Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. It was written by a palliative care nurse who dealt with people that were dying for 20 years. And she was quite amazed that there were all very, very similar things that people talked about, because when you get to that point where the end is near, things change for people. They go through remarkable shifts. They start to let go of all their bullshit. They start getting in touch with their true selves. They start becoming more authentic, and invariably that's when people's regrets really come to the fore. And one of the main ones was that really was profound for me was I wish I lived my life not according to the wishes of other people, in accordance to what other people expected. And that was a very big one. A lot of us subconsciously tend to do that. We are so caught up in wanting approval of other people, of wanting to belong, because we're social animals, that we're willing to give up everything just to be part of the cool kids and not have the balls to stand out and live our own truth. That's our truth. I mean, everyone's got their own version of truth. And so the longer we leave it, the more regret. The more regret, the more guilt. The more guilt, the more we bang ourselves up, because we're experts at that, aren't we? No one's better than giving you shit than yourself, because the hardest person to be honest with is yourself. The hardest person to love is yourself. The hardest person to forgive is yourself. But at some point, you have to let go of that and step outside of that comfort zone. Fuck what other people are thinking. Live your truth, do your thing, and be as authentic as possible. Because I can't imagine anything worse than, being on my deathbed and having regrets like that. Honestly, that blog was so big for me. And it's online, you can find it. So ask yourself the question, am I living my life in accordance with my truths, or at the very least pursuing that? Because it's a journey. I don't think it's something you just kind of get like that. It's going to take some time. But ask yourself, really, it's a hard one to ask, but be truthful to yourself and ask, am I doing this? And if you're not, ask yourself why. And then what can I do to change that? Because life is tentative, life is precious. We don't know when it's going to end. So I'd invite you to look at that, live your life with some purpose, find out what that is. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. Don't get caught up in that game, because it could end tomorrow, and nobody wants to have that hanging over their heads. I love you fuckers. Have yourselves a great day and a good weekend, and please remember, be nice to each other, but more importantly, please be nice to yourselves. Okay, see ya.